Hey guys, welcome back to Girls Frontline 2. In today's video, I wanted to talk about how to progress your account fast to go up the levels. Now, before we get into it, it is not something you have to do. You don't need to do this. You can take the game at your own pace. That is always a perfectly fine thing. But if you're like me, maybe you want to keep up with the story, that's not me, I'm skipping. Or you want to get to higher levels so you can unlock all the different modes in the game a little bit faster, then that is what I'm going to be focusing on this one, looking at how you gain your experience and also a cheeky little way that I didn't realize when I first started playing the game to get yourself some extra stamina to get extra experience, which is a really nice way to do it. But let's get into it. The fundamental principle of progressing your account is leveling up your dude, I already forgot I had that as my name. Is leveling up your director. Now, to do that, there are two main ways to do it. The first way is going to be through your daily commissions. Your daily commissions are fantastic because they're going to give you 300 experience. That is the first very important thing. You want to make sure you do all your dailies. Now, this account is about a day and a half old. I started it a day late because I was degenerate re-rolling. So dailies, getting an extra 300 experience is going to be a fantastic way, and you want to obviously keep on top of that. The other way is going to be through burning stamina. Now, they call it something else in this game, intelligence puzzle, but that is effectively what I will continue to refer to as stamina. Burning this gives you a 1-for-1. Each one you spend gives you 1 experience, except for one case that is different, and that is going to be in the campaign. So if you want to focus on getting the most experience possible, it is going to be through doing the campaign. Now, you will hit breakpoints like I am here, where I need to reach level 29 to enter this, but you can see that this costs me 20 stamina, but it's going to give me 120 experience. So like I said, any of the farming sections and stuff like that, you are getting 1-for-1 stamina to energy, stamina to experience, sorry. Whereas anything that you've already cleared in the campaign, it no longer costs you stamina and doesn't give you rewards. The only reason you go back to a stage is to 3-star it, but it doesn't cost you anything extra. So once again, these are one-time clear things, but the campaign stages are going to be your best value for experience, and this is what you always want to have as your center of focus. Now, if you want to talk about hard mode doesn't actually have stamina cost, and it doesn't have experience. So you don't have to stress about that. Do these in your own time. As you can see, I unlocked hard mode at level 25. I saw it didn't have experience. I'm like, I'll come back to that when I got some time. I'm not too stressed about it. So just keep in mind, main normal difficulty campaign is where you're going to get the best experience. Now, I mentioned this in another video, but I'll mention it again. When you have hit your breakpoints, which is over here, for instance, you know, I'm stuck. I need to level up one more level to get into unlocking the rest of the campaign, which will give me a big experience boost. Now, when you hit this point where you're stuck, the first thing you want to focus on is doing your first clears of everything. Obviously, these you're going to have to clear each difficulty to unlock the next one. So even if you don't need these resources, you want to do your first clear on them because it's going to be something that you will have to do eventually anyway. So through all of these, you want to go ahead and do your first clears because that way you're not essentially wasting stamina farming on something. You're actually doing it something to progress to the next thing, which is what you'll have to do. The other place you can also do this is over here in the neural survey. These things all have a first time, these are all like one-time clear things, and then they have repeatable for rewards, but you can go ahead and do all your first clears in all of these and work through. As you can see, I don't unlock the next one till level 30, and then I can do my first clears again. Just keep in mind, pay attention to your levels, because with all the supply missions, they all sort of unlock at scattering levels. You can see this one unlocks at level 26, the next one unlocks at level 30. If we go over to this one, it was 26 and 30 as well. Maybe these three are the same. That's 25 and 30. And then if we go over here into the gear one, this is 28 and 33. So at different in-between levels, you will be unlocking more difficulties. So make sure you come back and do these in between. On top of that, you do get 2 runs of the standardizing sync every day, which if you ideally you try and get the top rank so you get all of the rewards, but basically you get the most rewards from just clearing it. And then if you reach all the point requirements, you do get more. These are pretty easy to achieve. As you can see here, I used my 2 attempts before I leveled up to 28 because I'm an idiot. So tomorrow, I'll jump in here and do my first clear on this one as well. Like I mentioned earlier, why are you trying to progress through? It's because you can unlock extra features. So for instance, at level 27, I think it was, or 28, I can't remember, we unlocked the boss mode. So this is one that you definitely want to get to before the end of the week, ideally, so that you can do your 3 attempts. As you can see, I've only done 1 attempt, gone up in difficulty. I should be able to clap this, clap the next one, go up in difficulty, and then unlock the rest of the difficulties next week with the extra attempts that I will have. So the bosses is the next one that you will unlock. And then as you can see, we've got combat exercise. We've got the peak value as well, and then this one unlocks later on as well. So we do have these other features. I'm just trying to get to 30 as quick as I can, and then I will start to coast. Now, as I mentioned with stamina, we have different ways you can get it. I mentioned this also in a previous video, but I'll touch on it again. You can refresh with premium currency. Normally, I recommend not to do this. In this game, I am doing the 21 because it's just pretty decent value. It basically converts to 450 stamina for the cost of one summon. For the early game, when I'm trying to progress up, I'm doing that. I am not going into the 50s. So once again, you don't have to do it. I am just doing the 20s, but don't feel pressured into doing it because at the end of the day, you'll get completely progressed. It's a casual game and you'll just want characters and you'll be like, damn, I wasted summons on getting stamina, which now I'm in the end game and it doesn't really make a difference to me. So just keep that in mind. But the other way is through these, what are these even called? Intelligence Puzzle Supplement. Now, the Intelligence Puzzle Supplements are really nice. You get some just for like clearing campaign stages. For instance, I think it's normally like the last stage of every chapter. Yeah, so you can see you get extra 4. You get them just through playing the game. They will send them in the mail daily for the launch rewards. Some of them come in codes, but there is one other amazing place where you can go ahead and get extra ones of these, which I definitely recommend doing. And so if we go into the public area and then we go into the dormitory, each character, when you like, let me go to a character who hasn't had it yet. Each character, when you upgrade their affinity by 1, you actually get an extra one. So if you're looking to push through levels and you want extra ones of these, you can just go get all your characters to affinity level 2. Now, it's not as easy as just getting them all to affinity level 2 because you have to get the gifts and the gifts are kind of scarce, but you can definitely go ahead and do this. So you can see she really likes all of these ones. That's given 175, 175, 175. So let's just pump her up. There we go. We've got to 840. I'm going to gift her those. Boom. And then we've just got to give her some gold and some combat reports. There we go. Job done. She is level 2. And now we get our extra stamina. So this is a fantastic tip for getting some extra stamina if you're trying to push early on. Otherwise, you can just save it, put it in the bank, get to higher difficulties, and then use it then. However you want to use them, that is fine. But if you're trying to progress fast, like I said, stamina is going to be a main way of getting that experience to get yourself further in the game. So this is a fantastic tip to get some extra stamina. If you look at my characters at my dole list here, actually, the easier way, yeah, we'll just look at it here. So you can see I've got level 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and I've still got to do the others. But getting them to level 2 is just a really solid way of getting a bunch of extra stamina. The other thing that getting them to level 2 it does is help you upgrade your dispatch room, but I'll cover that more in detail in a separate video talking about the dispatch system itself, because that's a bit more of an in-depth thing in whole. But once again, the main ways you're going to progress is make sure you do your dailies to get that experience. Make sure you're pushing the campaign first with your stamina until you hit a stuck point, then do your first clear on everything, and then you can start farming. Like I said, me personally, I am farming attachments because I've never seen a game that lets you get the max quality drop of gear / attachments from the first level of difficulty. I think it's pretty cool, and I've actually got a few from it. If we go over here into the refitting room, and we go over here, you can see that I've already got, actually we can just do it quickly through this end. You can see I've got 2 on here. I've got 2 of the highest rarity. She's got 1 of the highest rarity. She's got 1 of the highest rarity. She's got 1 of the highest rarity. So I'm actually getting there and getting some pieces, and I haven't even farmed it that much. So I'm pretty happy doing that. Once again, if that does change and there's a more efficient way to spend your excess stamina, I will let you guys know. But at the moment, I just think it's probably the best looking value for me personally, because gear is always the end game thing that you're going to have to focus on. And at the moment, I'm having no issues with just leveling and general resources, even the neural helix, just from doing your first clears. As you can see, you get enough to upgrade these. Now, if you're trying to build too many characters at once, it'll be a bit tough. But if you're only building like a couple like me, like I'm only focusing on these 2 on really doing their helix and stuff, then it's pretty cruisy. But that pretty much covers everything. Once again, jump in, get those bond levels up, whatever they call it, with your characters from gifting. And I definitely recommend just going to affinity level 1 each time, because the affinity level 1 costs you 850 affinity, whereas as you can see, getting to level 2 costs you 850, whereas getting from 2 to 3 costs you 1960. So I'd rather get all that juicy experience, and once again, only feed the ones that have the big pink smiley face, because that is going to maximize your efficiency on the gifting. Then we have these ones that look like this blue one here. Those are just standardized. No one loves them, so you can feed them to absolutely anyone and just go ahead and get the experience. You should have a few of them just through general gameplay, because that's what I had the most of when I used it, but hey, free stamina is free stamina and allows you to keep progressing, getting into higher levels and unlocking new stuff in the game, which is always very important. The main breakpoints are probably level 20, where you get time limited events, level 23, where you unlock gear farming, and then level 27 when you unlock the boss mode. And the final one, like I said, that I'm really looking at is going to be level 30, where we unlock the 2 extra modes as well to give us more stuff to do. I'm trying to hit that by the end of the week personally, but once again, it is a game where you don't have to rush, but if you want to, there is that process. But anyways, as always, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Cheers.